Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike and this is Brink of Speed. So today I want to talk obviously about the C8 again, as you could see from the title. But first of all, I'd like to talk about previous generation Corvettes. And so let's start with the C5. I don't want to go all the way back to the C4 because of a few reasons, but let's start with the C5. It was really the first vet with a lot of technology in it, and so when it came out, they used a LS1 small aluminum block V8 that had 345 horsepower and 350 foot-pounds of torque. This car came with either a 4-speed auto or a 6-speed manual transmission, and as you can see, the retail price or MSRP of that car back in 1997 when it came out was $38,060. I feel like that was a very reasonable price for a base model car. And so there are quotes out there where you won't find a car in Corvette's price range that provides the same level of quality, power, ride, handling, and refinement. And they stated that this fifth generation is the best in many, many ways. And it really was. It beat the C4 in many different aspects. But pay attention to that whole line or that whole statement that says you won't find a car in Corvette's price range because that's kind of a trend with GM and the Corvette. So next, let's talk about the C6. The C6 came out in 2005, and it was priced just under $6,000 more than the previous C5. It had an MSRP of $43,690. And so this C6 was an outstanding car also. It came with a new engine, a 6-liter LS2 V8 that produced a whopping 400 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque, which is the most that Corvette has had in their car in a long time. It also added a new transmission, which was pretty neat because that year they added a 6-speed paddle shift automatic transmission. So that was pretty cool. Now, moving on, here we go again with another quote. The Chevrolet Corvette is the best high-performance value in America. The Corvette delivers supercar performance for the price of a mid-size luxury sedan. So here you go, with another quote talking about how the Corvette is priced so good that, It is the least expensive sports car with the best performance, which is a great value. Now let's move on to the C7, which came out in 2014. And it had a suggested retail price of around $51,995, which is about $8,000 more than the previous C6 version. And so let's talk about another quote. The 2014 Corvette Stingray perfectly embodies Chevrolet's mission to deliver more than expected for customers. The Corvette Stingray delivers a combination of performance, design, and technology that very few manufacturers can match, and none can even come close for $52,000. So as you can see, there is a trend with GM making certain that they give you the best value with their Corvette. So I told you all of these things to go ahead and move on into the C8 now and tell you exactly why I believe, and this backs me up, that the C8 is not going to be $70,000, $80,000, $90,000, $100,000. It's not going to be any of those. If we go with the same trend as just the C5, the C6, and the C7, from the C5 being $38,000 all the way to the C7 being $52,000, basically I would say that the most they're going to raise it is $11,000. And so what I think we're going to see as a base model C8 MSRP is going to be right around $63,000. And I know I'm kind of changing what I said in the previous video, but I did a little more research, and I truly believe that this new C8 as a base model C8 is going to come in right around $62,000 to $63,000. And then, you get the Z51 package on it, and now all of a sudden you're looking at 70 plus. A convertible, same thing. And so these are the things that I believe tell us, history tells us, that we are probably going to see the brand new C8 base model Corvette for quite a bit less than $70,000, and I'm guessing it's going to be right around $63,000. I just don't believe that GM is going to all of a sudden change the game of the Corvette as far as pricing goes just because they're moving the engine to the rear. That doesn't make any sense at all. They are excellent at marketing. They are excellent at, obviously selling cars. And if you think that they're going to be able to sell as many Corvettes, especially as the C7 that sold better than any Corvette ever built in the history of, Chevrolet. If you think they're going to be able to sell a lot of Corvettes, if they're priced way up there, then you just don't understand. That's not going to happen. And Chevy, GM is not going to price these things out of your typical Corvette owner price range. So now we can talk all day long about what the Z06 and the Z01 are going to be priced at. But for now, this video is strictly on the base model C8. And by the way, guys, I don't know if you caught this in the last video, but I'm definitely not saying that the base model is going to be twin turbo. I think that's going to be reserved for the Z06 and the Z01. I feel like the base model is probably still going to come with a 4.2 liter V8 dual overhead cam or a 5.5 liter dual overhead cam V8. So that's it for now. I hope you guys understand what I was trying to get across to you here. And if so, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about what I've just put out there for you guys. And obviously, I'd love to have you a part of my community. So hit that subscribe button and the bell button next to it to make sure that you're notified when my new content comes out. Other than that, have a great rest of your weekend, and I hope to see you guys out on the road.